good time. We're gonna have a good time. It'll be so legendary. Sherri's got you feeling good.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, whether you are ready to settle down, date around, or break free from a bad relationship, my next guest is here to help you with your New Year's romance resolutions. Please welcome therapist and coach, Brittainy Noel. Brittainy!
Well, hello, ma'am.
Let me tell you, lady, I follow you on
Yes,
social media.
you
I
do.
love you. You have been a therapist for over 9 years, and you say that most people seek therapy because of a relationship.
Absolutely. So as people, we're designed to live in community. So whether
Right.
it's family, friends, coworkers, at the end of the day, what always brings us into therapy and trying to figure things out is our romantic life. How can I fix this? How can I make it work? How can we come together? And so most people go into therapy after a relationship has gone into breakdown.
Okay, I see. And now you say that finding love, and I know this is a big New Year's resolution, finding
Absolutely.
love. So what is the first thing that we should ask ourselves before we even talk about getting into a relationship?
Do you know what you're looking for? Do you know what you're looking for? Because what I have found, even when people come into therapy, that people date and their dating life is so centered around the other person. And they solely ever take into account, do I even know what I want? Do I know what makes me happy? Do I know what fulfills me? And so you're dating people based on how much you like them, but not how much they can actually meet your needs.
Ooh, okay, so they gotta be able to meet the needs.
Can you meet my needs?
Ooh, okay, okay, so you say that the biggest challenge is a lack of clarity.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just like, I'm just not clear on what I want here.
No, and I don't blame people, because even in today's world, we have social media, we have books, we have the gurus, we have therapists. Everybody has a message about what love should look like and what it should be like. And the truth is, no one can tell you what love is for you.
Oh, right.
You have to go and figure out for yourself, because all of us, we have these little intricate, unique parts about us. And how somebody else found love may not work for me. I got to do the work to explore myself, to figure out what makes me tick. Most importantly, what gives me safety. Because
gives me
if you
safety?
do not have safety, you will not feel comfortable in any relationship you're with, no matter how good they are to you.
Okay, I'm getting it, I'm listening. Now, I've heard the saying that there's a lot of fish in the sea.
Yes.
Okay, now, is it bad to date like 5 fish in the same week? Or, I think that's a good way to figure out what you want, but I'm not a therapist. What do you say?
It depends on what season of dating you're in,
Okay.
right? Because there is this exploratory season where you are dating because you're trying to figure out some stuff.
Right.
What do I like? What do I not like? I like that he opens my doors. I like the way he talks to me. Or I don't like the way you didn't pick me up on time. Or I don't like the way you crossed the boundary. So when you're in an exploratory season, absolutely, date however many
Right.
you like. But when you get intentional, it's gonna always come down to quality over quantity.
Oh, so it's the quality over the quantity. Okay. All right, so I'm one, I like to make lists of pros and cons.
Okay.
Okay, because I
I
got
like lists.
my dates, I got the list of pros and cons.
Okay.
Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
So after the date, you go down and jot what you liked and what you didn't like.
Everything, breath, everything, kissing. Did he pay for the meal? Like all of that.
Right. I don't think it's a bad thing at
Okay.
all. I think that that's good for you to give you clarity, and it's also helping you keep track of what do I want my ultimate connection to look like. So it's not a bad thing as long as you're using it for clarity.
For clarity.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Are you ranking these people like 1 to 10?
Well, I don't give him a rank. I just wanted,
Okay.
I just wanted to, because if the cons outweighs the pros, then I know he got the goals.
Now,
Trying to be Flav over here. Okay.
Now, is the list that you are ranking them on, is it based on what Sherri needs to be fulfilled or what Sherri needs to be happy?
Well, sometimes it's just based on the lonely night. So I just might
Okay,
put the
all right,
pros.
all right.
I know I'm doing this
All right,
wrong.
all right.
This is why I follow you on social media. All right, so I know that what?
Rank them based on what you need.
Okay, rank them based on what I need. Okay, that's
Because
what I'm
that
gonna
picture
do.
will always, the person will always look different when I'm looking at you from a lens of what I need to be sustained versus what I need to be happy on this Friday night.
Okay, all right, well then my
Right.
lists are all wrong, Brittainy.
You
Okay,
listen.
I'm gonna change them up. Now I know that the rules change for women of particular age, okay? So
Yeah.
sometimes I think women of a particular age, we feel like it's social media. Do you slide in DMs? People don't call anymore, they text. Like if
Yeah.
you're of a certain season age, how should we be doing this dating thing?
There's no one right way to either do it right or do it wrong. What I
Okay.
will say is you need to be authentic to yourself.
All right.
Do what feels good to you. There's nothing worse than lowering your standard for someone who couldn't jump the bar in the first place.
All right.
So if you want somebody to come pick you up,
If I want him to pick me up.
If you want someone to pick you up, then they need to pick you up. If you want someone who talks on the phone, then they need to talk on the phone. Do not lower your standard because you will get that person who gave you less than, and then you'll feel slighted.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I know a lot of people were going through breakups and
Yes.
trying to go through the new year, getting over the breakup. Sometimes when you break up, you don't feel worthy. And sometimes it's just like, is it me? Was I wrong? Are you in the wrong relationship? Was it me?
Yeah, yeah. The truth is that when we go through breakups, we have to remember that you will never be enough for someone who was never supposed to be with you in the first place.
Ooh, okay.
And it's not that you weren't enough, it's that this was the wrong connection.
Okay.
And we have to normalize that we cannot take breakups personal. The breakup was here to teach me something about myself, about my life, how I want to be loved, how I don't want to be loved. I'm going to take the lesson, but the lesson does not tell me my value. And so I have to go and find that for myself.
Brittainy, I gotta do stuff a different way. I just gotta do, like, I need to follow you on everything.
It's a new year, new you. We're going to do it different.
Okay, we're gonna do it differently. I wanna say thank you for being here, Brittainy. For more info on Brittainy and her mental health and accountability group, The Daily Fix, go to sherryshowtv.com.
We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time.